awkward stories about daughter's panties are sticking a landing, I'll do it. Okay, so I should say also that I'm having an event with Ariel Gore. I do the magazine Red Dad, and we'll be having a relaunch release February 6th at Adobe Books in the Mission. My daughter wanted to say that this is actually not, this is fiction, not real. It's called The Opposite of Human. My 17-year-old daughter left her underwear on the bathroom floor. I am sitting down to take a crap, and there they are. These red, lacy thong panties all balled up and blossoming open. The fact that they're there on the floor doesn't really bother me. I mean, it kind of does. I've definitely become more fastidious in my cleaning, and it was certainly awkward when my lover, Jared, came over and had to, when he came back from going to the bathroom laughing, he joked about how I should clean up after having other lovers over. I looked at him like I had no idea what he was talking about. He said, "The dirty panties on the floor. It's no big deal, Juan, but it's kind of nasty, if you know what I mean." I knew what he meant, but it got worse when I then explained that the dirty panties on the floor were my daughter's. But actually, what's really the issue for me is the kind of underwear they are. Fuck me panties. Stripper panties. Panties you put on for lovers. I sit perplexed on the toilet. I consider leaving them there until she returns from her mother's. That's 4 days of staring at them. I ponder my options. I could call her mother and ask whether or not Stella does the same thing over there, but knowing Betsy, she'll take the question as an attack on her parenting choices, which might lead to an argument about why we split and how I'm such an asshole. I could put the red lacy thong panties on my daughter's bed, but knowing the state of her room, she wouldn't even see that I placed them on her pillow, or her desk, or her lampshade for that matter, because there is so much clothes and stuff in various mounds strikingly assembled throughout her room. I realized that if I just wait for her to return to pick them up herself, I could pile on a little bit of shaming. Please don't leave your dirty underwear on the floor so that anyone who uses the bathroom will see them. Aren't you embarrassed? Did your boyfriend buy them for you? Do you know what they say? Do you know what they mean? I smile and think, shame. That sounds right. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday all pass as I recreate a client's website, which they are calling an inauguration, as if it were presidential or something. I get emails from them with words like prognosis, functionality, usership, interactivity, even the word luminosity. Words disconnected from the real world bother me as much as politics. I respond repeatedly with terse, curt emails. During these days, every time I go to the bathroom, I see the red lacy thong panties. It kills me not to just reach down and pick them up to just deal with it, but I remind myself every time not to. This is what they call a teaching opportunity. There's a lesson to be taught. Principle. You just can't go around leaving your undies in people's bathrooms. Manners, respect. It's like not peeing on the toilet seat. Today is Friday and I'm grumpy. I drank a bit too much Thursday night with Jason the punker and Mr. Delbert, the old man who lives up the street. Jason and I argued about the merits of a college education and if my daughter should just go to the local community college. Mr. Delbert, who rarely said more than a few words, interrupted us. Neither one of you get it. It's really not about where to go. It's the going that's the point. With that, he sipped his Bud Light. All day I read stories and listened to music and played some online Scrabble game. I struggled with every group of letters I got. I seemed to only be able to play 3-letter words: pet, jog, saw. I thought of my daughter moving away. I watched the clock all afternoon. My daughter returns from school earlier than normal, and I can tell she's upset. Normally she says hi and gives me a hug and a peck on the cheek, then runs to her room, putting on music so loud I feel like I'm part of a sitcom. Instead, she walks into the kitchen while I stir my afternoon coffee. She says, "You're always just standing there when I come home. What do you do while I'm gone?" "I work," I say. She waits for more. I ask, "Is that really what you want to talk about? Is everything all right?" She switches her purse from one shoulder to the other shoulder. She says, Why are guys such assholes? She waits. I shrug. I'm not sure how to respond. I say, I really hope you're using protection if you're at all sexually active. She shrugs. I scrunch my face, meaning, what does that mean? She says, you're not answering the fucking question. She puts her hands to her face and sobs for a second, then drops her purse on the ground and storms to the bathroom. Her purse spills out, lined in notepaper, and her makeup bag spread across the floor. I want to answer her question. I want to tell her why guys are such assholes, but how to explain. Because we weren't held enough as children. Because the people we love leave and it hurts. Because our fathers and brothers and friends ridiculed us when we were anything but what they expected us to be. Because we are afraid of being held too much, because feelings are as useless as a flaccid cock. Because no one ever says be human. They say be a man, meaning the exact opposite of human. But I say nothing. Instead, I yell to her to come back to the kitchen. And when she does, I say, please pick up your purse. It's spilled. She goes to the purse and bends over to pick it up, and I see her panties, black and lacy. She gathers her stuff and walks to her room. I watch her leave. I sip my coffee until I feel the familiar rumble of my bowels, and I walk to the bathroom. I sit down, and I see the underwear still there, just where she left them 4 days ago. I stare at them, and when I'm finished, I finally reach down, and I pick them up and walk to the laundry basket beside the washer. I shuffle the clothes around and bury the panties in with the other dirty laundry as if they were always there. Thank you very much.